Okay, so what we're talking about today is explaining hypnosis. Why does hypnosis actually work? There's a couple of different theories about what happens during hypnosis. The first theory, the first idea is that it's a social phenomenon and you're just kind of acting a part. You are acting the way that you think that the hypnotist wants you to act. Okay, so the idea of a social phenomenon is that you're just an actor. You're an actor or an actress, and you're just acting the way they want you to act. And so the best example that I have for you, believe it or not, is Joey Tribbiani from Friends. Okay, so if you have ever seen Friends, okay, what is his character like? Ditzy. He's kind of ditzy, but he's a lovable guy, right? He's, one of those guys that you're just like, oh, honey, you're so pretty, but you are just so wrong. This picture has a quote. It says, "Well, the fridge broke, so I had to eat everything." So he's literally trying to eat the entire fridge out. Yeah, most people wouldn't do that, but that's Joey. That's the way Joey works, right? He's acting the part, right? He has the actor has a specific part to play, and his character followed that part to a T. He's always so pretty, not so smart, but he's so pretty. He's so sweet, not so smart. And everything he does, okay, is following that character, that trait of his, okay? The idea of hypnosis as being a social phenomenon is that all we're doing is when, somebody's hypnotizing us, we're just following along with what we think they want us to do. We're following this part. Now, obviously, this would be subconsciously because when you're hypnotized, it's not really as if you're actually conscious, right? So that's the idea of the social phenomenon. You're just acting the part. You're just playing along, basically, like an actor would in as a character. Okay. The second idea of hypnosis comes from this guy named Ernest Hilgard. Remember, anytime I am giving you a name in class, I'm reiterating that name that came from your book. That's a name that you should know. Okay. So I'm trying to emphasize to you that you should know who this guy is. You should have read him in your book, but I'm trying to emphasize to you, you do need to know who that is. Okay, so Ernest Hilgard, he believed that hypnosis demonstrated what they call disassociation. He said that this is this divided consciousness, and he said that you're splitting you're splitting the levels of consciousness, and so you are aware, but you're not aware. And so on one level, you're aware of what the hypnotist is telling you, and on another level, you are totally unaware, and that's your normal conscious self. Okay, we're going to talk more about disassociation when we talk about some abnormal behaviors, like for example that whole idea of multiple personality disorder. Okay, the idea behind multiple personality disorder, they actually have relabeled it as dissociative identity disorder. That's a mouthful. But dissociative identity disorder, it has disassociation in it, okay? And so basically it's splitting your consciousness. And so when you have multiple personalities, you have one personality that is control of your body and your mind and everything else, and then there's another conscious self that exists in the body. So Ernest Hilgard basically said that hypnosis is kind of like that, where you have this separate consciousness that takes over when you're hypnotized, compared to the conscious self that is actually around, you might say, when you're not hypnotized. Okay? So that's the idea behind this divided consciousness. So there wasn't a whole lot that I wanted to, that's really all that I wanted to talk about with hypnosis. So we did kind of some of the activities that talks about how susceptible you are to hypnosis. We talked about some of the facts facts with hypnosis, as well as a couple of the theories as far as why people say that hypnosis actually works. Okay, but that's pretty much it. Okay, there's not a whole lot to it. I will, as requested, I will look and see what if there's a good video that illustrates somebody actually being hypnotized. Like I said, I think if it's a clinical hypnosis, so there's, they're actually trying to treat someone and they videotaped it, it's probably after, the idea of, watching them actually be hypnotized is not going to be very interesting just because they're talking to them about their personal problems. But
maybe
I will look.
Find a whole series where it's like during the
We'll see. All right, so I will come back to that. I will let you know when I find a good article.